For the first time in over 60 years, the US Army is getting a new standard issue rifle. That's right, the iconic M4 carbine is on its way out. What's replacing it is, well, it's a huge leap in technology, but it also comes with a pretty massive debate. So let's get right into it. Say hello to the M7. This is the heart of the Army's next-generation squad weapon program. I mean, just look at it. It looks like something straight out of a video game. But it's very real, and it's designed to be a total game changer, giving US soldiers a major advantage over pretty much anyone else on the planet.
And right there, that's the big question, isn't it? The M7 promises some serious next-level power, but all that power comes with a price tag. And I'm not just talking about money. We're talking about weight, about how much ammo a soldier can carry, a whole new set of challenges. So, is the power really worth the price? Let's break it down.
Okay, so you've got to be wondering, why make this change at all? The M4 has been around for decades. It's a legend, it's proven, it's reliable. So why replace it? Well, it all comes down to one very serious problem.
And here it is. This is the whole reason we're here. Modern body armor, the kind our adversaries are wearing, can now stop the M4's 5.56mm round. The Pentagon took a hard look at this and realized that in a future fight, our soldiers could actually be outgunned, unable to punch through enemy defenses. And that's a risk they were just not willing to take.
The solution? A much more powerful round. On the left, you've got the familiar 5.56 from the M4. On the right, that's the new 6.8 by 51mm beast. It is bigger, it's way faster, and it hits with a whole lot more force. This new cartridge is the core of the entire program, designed specifically to defeat modern body armor out to 600 meters. Now, the Army didn't just cook up a new bullet and call it a day. Oh no, they built an entire system around it. This isn't just about a new rifle, it's a whole new way of thinking about combat, and it's built on three key pieces that all work together. So here are the three parts. First, you've got the raw power of that new 6.8mm ammo. Second, you have the M7 rifle itself, the platform built to handle it. And third, you've got the brains of the whole operation, the XM157 optic. And trust me, calling that thing a scope is a serious understatement. Let's look at each one. This ammunition is really something else. It's a hybrid design. It has a steel base, not just brass. Why does that matter? Because it lets the cartridge handle insane pressures, way more than traditional ammo. All that pressure fires the bullet at around 3,000 feet per second. That's the raw energy you need to tear through advanced body armor. And here's the rifle that fires it. The M7 runs on a modern short-stroke gas piston system. All you really need to know is that it's a super reliable design that keeps the gun running cleaner. And get this, it comes with a suppressor as standard issue. That's a first for a General Army rifle. This thing is built from the ground up for the modern battlefield. And then there's this, the XM157 Fire Control system. Calling this a scope is like calling a smartphone a telephone. It's just not even in the same league. This piece of kit is probably just as big of a leap forward as the ammunition itself. So what makes this thing so smart? Well, it has a laser rangefinder built right in. It has a ballistic computer that's calculating for wind, temperature, you name it. It does all the math for the soldier, figures out the bullet drop, and then puts a new adjusted aiming dot right in their display. It basically makes hitting long-range targets dramatically easier. It's absolutely incredible tech.
All right, so more power, more precision. Sounds like a win-win, right? Well, this is where things get complicated. All that amazing new capability comes at a cost, a very real cost that's measured in pounds.
Just look at the numbers here. They really tell the whole story. The M7 is over 2 pounds heavier than the M4. The magazine holds 10 fewer rounds. And when you do the math for a standard combat load, 7 magazines, the M7 system is not only heavier, but the soldier is now carrying 70 fewer rounds. That's a big deal. Let's just focus on this for a second. More than 2 extra pounds for the rifle alone. Think about a soldier who's already humping over 60 pounds of gear. Every single ounce matters out there. This isn't a small increase. It's a major new weight on an already heavy load. And that heavier rifle is being fed by a smaller magazine. Going from the standard 30-round mag down to just 20, that means you're reloading more often in a firefight. Those are critical seconds you might not have. And here it is. This is the number that has a lot of people worried. 70 fewer rounds. To carry this new system, a soldier is giving up what amounts to more than 2 full M4 magazines. This is the trade-off in black and white. You get more power in each shot,
but you have way fewer shots to take.
But the problems didn't stop with the weight. In a 2024 report from the Pentagon's own testers, they dropped this bombshell. The super high-tech brains of the system, that XM157 optic, was rated by the actual soldiers using it as below average/failing for usability. Ouch.
And that's not all. The same report raised huge red flags about reliability. In the initial tests, the whole M7 weapon system had a low chance of making it through a 3-day mission without some kind of major failure. For a weapon you're betting your life on, that's a massive problem.
So with all these serious concerns, weight, usability, reliability, you might think this whole program is in deep trouble. But the story doesn't stop there. The Army and the manufacturer, Sig Sauer, they were clearly listening, and the M7 is already changing based on this exact feedback.
So, in response, Sig started what they call a product improvement effort. And look at this. By redesigning some parts, they've already managed to shave nearly a full pound off the rifle's weight. That brings the newer version down to a much more reasonable 7.6 pounds.
And they've even gone a step further. This is the XM8 Carbon. It's a shorter, more compact version that's even lighter at just 7.3 pounds. Now we're getting really close to the weight of the old M4. This shows they're directly responding to soldiers who need a lighter weapon for fighting in cities and other tight spaces.
So after all that, where do we stand? The next generation squad weapon program is this huge, ambitious bet on the future of warfare, trying to give the American soldier the best tool for the job.
Here's the bottom line. The M7 gives a soldier a massive increase in pure stopping power. There's no debating that. But, at least so far, that power has come with a heavier burden. More weight, less ammo. It's this fundamental trade-off that the Army is still trying to get right.
Which brings us right back to that first big question. The Army is betting this technology will give them overmatch, a decisive edge over any enemy. But as they keep working to lighten the load and fix the kinks, the question remains, what is the true cost of that power for the soldier who actually has to carry it into a fight?